Well, we have done several stories recently about a disease that thrives in secrecy, eating disorders.
Doctors at Maine Med said they are getting around 4 new referrals a week for anorexia. And with schools starting back up, doctors fear that number will only go up. News Center Maine's Ann Baldridge reports.
I was locked away in my house for a long time, and really there was nothing else to do but eat a lot of food and just sit around, not get a lot of exercise.
Alice was 13 when the pandemic started. Now she's 17 and 2 years into her struggle with an eating disorder.
Coming out of quarantine and kind of seeing people again, I got a lot of comments on my body and how much I had changed.
Alice went from 5'2" to 5'7" and weighed 150 pounds coming out of quarantine. She says she felt uncomfortable in her own skin.
So every day I would wake up and I would weigh myself, and based on how much I weighed that morning, I would decide how many meals I would get to have.
It got worse. She stopped eating altogether and she dropped to 115 pounds. After suffering alone for a year, she finally told her parents and started with Dr. Jonathan Fanberg at Maine Med on the road to recovery.
Right now it's a 1 to 2 month wait for new patients. And that's critical in somebody who's lost 30 or 40 or 70 pounds in some cases.
Dr. Fanberg says on average, patients with anorexia struggle anywhere from 3 to 12 months before they get help. He says some of the first people to notice eating disorders in young people are teachers and school nurses.
To enter a cafeteria with hundreds of people who can potentially watch you eat or watch what you're eating usually means that people with eating disorders just don't eat.
Barb Parent, the school nurse at Hamden Academy, says if a student isn't eating, their performance in the classroom suffers.
And they're not doing as well as they would normally do, either in their academics or in their sport, for instance.
Pressure to perform in more ways than one.
It's definitely a big problem with my age range and with the development of social media, seeing all these edited photos and things that aren't quite real. You want to become the beauty standard, and it's not a healthy way of living.
And Baldridge reporting. Dr. Jonathan Fanberg at Maine Med says they have just hired a 3rd adolescent medicine specialist to concentrate on patients with eating disorders, but there will still be a wait list.